Okay.
Well,
So,
ooh,
Knights of the Republic. I didn't think. I thought we. I honestly thought we would have a little bit longer before we got to this, but fuck it. We got another hour left before we're totally done with the stream, so may as well.
mm,
Fill the
as well
room.
indeed.
So
Is
this
that fucking
game.
Yoda?
No,
Another. What is his race?
It's just one of
they
Yoda's
never have a
rays.
name.
It's literally known it like listed officially as Yoda's race because um George Lucas put hard limits on how often it could be used.
The closest we got is a non-canon story in Legends continuity where they were referred to as the Wills, but that got retconned to shit.
Okay, so this
Of
is
course it
Knights of
did.
the Old
Ooh, that's
Republic. Widely considered to be the greatest narrative Star Wars RPG of all time. And honestly, as far as Star Wars RPGs go, that's kind of there isn't really much
correct.
competition in that field. Okay, so soldier, high combat. Honestly, I am gonna just go ahead and say it. In terms of early game, soldier is easy mode because you could just blunt force your way through everything. You don't have to think about combat or anything. You can just kill everything and move on through. This is the guile one. You know, if you want to use a lot of skills in order to make your way through things like lock picking, hacking, but not repair. But I actually prefer Scoundrel, so we're gonna do that. And Scout, I've actually never played Scout. Let me actually look at what Scout's good at.
It's like, I've never played you. What do you do?
You know, that phase is actually fine. Okay.
I know a lot of people just say move everything up to 12 and then choose the
Actually,
two most important stats.
now the thing is, I'm actually
Go
going to
14.
play as Scoundrel because Scoundrel gets sneak attack, and sneak attack can be combined with a Jedi ability later for stupid returns.
The funny thing is Alex never actually uses that ability the way it's supposed to be used, so it's superfluous.
Okay, let's see here.
Raven, is that really surprising? That's par for the course of Alex when it comes to things like this.
Raven says
Vanguard
this even
sniper
though
rifle.
All right, let's see here. All right, so we got everything to a +1 modifier
I
first.
was just about to point out.
We didn't want any. Shh. We didn't want any negative modifiers, so we got everything to a +1. Let's do some. Let's get charisma up, and then I was gonna say dexterity, but that's mainly just blasters, and blasters are kind of useless in this game. I
You
had
also up
somebody
your
who
defense rating with dexterity.
agility and
That's how,
reflexes.
that's how it's always been.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Unless you're wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, okay, so we
Dexterity
got
is what you
these
use.
up there. Okay, why not? Regardless, I do, and so right here, persuasion. You always want to keep persuasion as high as fucking possible. This is a narrative RPG. If you are not investing in persuasion, you are doing it wrong.
Time for me to play through this game and never touch persuasion. Fuck you.
Alright, and as a scoundrel, security is a good idea.
If you want, Dylan, it's fucking
Stealth.
$8.
Okay, and got awareness. We got computer use.
I do appreciate
Mm-hmm.
what do you call it? KOTOR 2's version where it shows what skills are a class skill in yellow and what skills are a cross-class skill.
Yeah, they are labeled, but it's hard to say. Anything that's a class skill is going to cost you 2 skill points just to go up 1. Anything that's your own class skill, you can just go ahead and take. for 1 point. Like, I believe that computer usage and repair are scout abilities, mainly. Treat injury seems to be a soldier thing. Certain skills are universal, like persuade and awareness, I believe. Take some in demolitions. Mainly so that I don't run into anything that I can't disable. Okay, so interesting quirk about two-weapon fighting in this game. Anytime you have a weapon that takes both hands or where you need one in each hand, you're supposed to take a penalty to your chance to hit. However, the penalty doesn't work if you're using double-bladed weapons in this game. So, yeah.
Just cheat.
Let's take a... Let's go ahead and take a melee bonus. That'll... Chara Star. Let's clear this out. Okay, what should my name be?
I don't fucking know.
Nothing? Okay.
No! I'm good at shit names and weeb names. That's it. And no. You get fucking nothing from me.
Tora Monocoral. True Jost. Sarah Cora. Rina
Never
Bale,
trust a bastard that has two
Dwayne
first
Tana,
names.
Saraya Kasra. Tane Skenis. Tana Jost. Mala Chan. Navara Chal. Sure, why not? That sounds good. I gotta skip this or mute it. Fuck. Mute. We're muting it. It's gonna do the crawl, and I am not about to get sued for John Williams' score.
Yeah.
Okay. Star Wars. Knights of the Old Republic. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable, as countless knights fall in battle and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the outer rim world of Taris, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith's galactic domination.
The dead speak.
God, please stop.
Every time I see the Star Wars crawl, it's all I can think of.
Yeah, that was the biggest fucking
Well.
mistake they could have made for that film. It's not even bringing Palpatine back. It's bringing him back off screen and saying he did a whole thing off screen. It was amazing, you guys. You just didn't see it. Okay. You know, it says a fleet, but we see one ship. And it is getting rocked by all those fighters. Yes, Raven?
This is BioWare. We've established BioWare does not understand what military terms are with Mass Effect.
Yeah.
It could have said battle group, and that would have been fine. Nice unitard.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Oh, hi there, Empress Deacon. You're gonna lurk while we have... Okay, let's see here.
I'm Trask Olgo.
Who are you?
Ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire.
Ah,
We work
yes.
opposite ships. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before.
lurking while
Hurry
driving.
up. We have to find Bastila.
I like
we
doing
have
that.
to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Who's Bastila?
Don't worry about it.
Game, please
Bastel is the commanding
respond.
officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I know all about your reputation. How you used to smuggle spice and blasters along the Corellian run. I guess the Republic figured since they couldn't catch you, they might as well hire you. And I'll admit, the Republic is in desperate need of someone with your kind of skills. Desperate enough to overlook your shady past. But now that you signed on for this mission, you're part of the Republic fleet. And Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Yes, but
This is like the
past.
biggest exposition dump I've ever seen in a video game.
Okay, yeah, he will always give you a rundown on your past. Like if you're a soldier, you're like super duper really good in combat, and you were recruited from another battle group and whatnot. But yeah, as a smuggler, it's like, yeah, you were a shady, low-life piece of shit who kept smuggling, and so we decided to just hire you because it was easier than just trying to keep catching you. Okay, let's go help
So
Bastila.
hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay. So there's our equipment screen. This is our general inventory. This is our alignment and stats. This is our skills that we can take a deeper look at. And we can look at any of the text that has previously happened, just in case you forgot what was happening. And then we have our actual quest list. The map, which you have to generally fill in on your own, unless you can download schematics from a computer. And over here is options. So let's come over here. Stealth field generator, computer spike, security spike, blaster, pistol, sword, clothing. Okay, so having time to have worked with this earlier, this is fucking useless. Short sword is what we're gonna go with right now.
Well,
Clothing is just something that appears on your character. It has no stats, not really, whatsoever.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Okay, Trask is now in my party. And as you can see, we will get 9 party members.
Because of the
Total.
attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Okay. God. Yeah, the original Xbox had these black and white buttons that were at the bottom right of the controller. And those eventually got replaced by the left and right bumpers, which are better things. So left bumper corresponds to the white button, and right bumper corresponds to the black button.
Now
And the
that
black
door's
button was
open, you
these
better take
character
the lead
switch in this
again.
one.
This is Carthonasi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
Hi,
That
Caden.
was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's
Yeah,
one of
that's
the Republic's
Raphael
top
Sabarge.
pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get
Yeah,
separated.
honestly, talk about fucking typecast.
Let's move out. I wouldn't say entirely. He definitely plays nicer guys than usual, but I'd say like the difference between Karth and Caden is, I'd say,
I'll
anger.
wait.
It's anger. Karth's carrying more anger. Doors locked on.
He
Oh,
doesn't
so
really
he's-
express it that well.
well, he's carrying a modicum of emotion at minimum, which is more
Also,
than we can say
Karth's
about
more
Caden.
open to flirting. As annoying as it can
These
be.
Sith must be a
Caden
transporting
flirts
party.
with
For
you on the
Republic!
first trip to the Citadel.
So does
That is
Ashley.
within
That
30
is
minutes.
That is a gender-locked thing that BioWare did. Honestly, I blame that on... BioWare's got some limits in their writing, which become more noticeable as you play more and more of their games.
They have
Oh,
limits in
Stop
the
giving me
writing
all the
code they're called
tutorials, God!
You
Sorry,
can
it's
just turn the-
suffocating.
you can
I
just
can't
turn the
do
tutorials
anything!
off.
God, it wouldn't let me do anything.
Just go into the options menu and turn the tutorials off.
You see, there's a certain you need to roll base. This game runs on a altered on an adapted version of D&D 3.5e's system. And to land an attack when you're meleeing, Trask, you have a ranged weapon. Why do you get that close? Anyways, so melee weapons, you only need to like roll a +1, I guess, to get your for your attack to hit. But with ranged weapons, you need like at least a 4. So half the time you see somebody with a ranged weapon, they'll shoot the goddamn floor. While a person with a melee weapon almost always hits. So that's why blasters are.
Ironically, I've heard.
In this.
Ironically, I've heard the best way to play this game is to go Blaster Jedi.
Maybe with mods, but it's just in this game, not at all. And probably in the second game. I know in the second game they fixed a lot of issues that were...
No, they said specifically KOTOR 1 Blaster Jedi is the best way. KOTOR 2, it's 2 lightsabers.
Really?
Because you get to have 5 upgrades for each lightsaber, so you have the most amount of
lightsabers are much
damage
more intricate.
potential.
And honestly, everything's much more intricate in KOTOR 2. Okay.
I've got a feeling.
Can I not? Oh, fuck, fine. I wasn't trying to talk to you. Also, when you start the game, Scoundrel is the squishiest one. Period. So you will be losing health quickly. It is not advised to do like straight up fights most of the time if you can avoid them. Though at some point in the game, it will become irrelevant.
That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help.
So you get 2 types of dark Jedis in this game. You get some that dress like they're big Malik fanboys, or you get some that are big Revan fanboys in their dress. Which I guess, okay. Nobody just wears black robes. I know what I'm doing, game. You don't need to tell me. Trask, you're a credit to your aims. No vibrations, all. Yeah, if you try to if you have a blaster equipped and you try to go through that door, Trask will stop you and say, equip a fucking sword. Because he says it's too close quarters for that to even be a good idea.
There is a penalty for shooting people at close range.
And yet, Trask has done it like 6 times today.
Bastila was not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila
Specifically, you have a
alive. Once she's off
-6
the
to
ship, there's nothing
defense.
stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Okay, I got my first level up. Let's go ahead and do that. Skills, and we're doing just go persuade. Give some security, stealth, and some awareness. Okay, feats. Dueling, at least for now. The drops in this game are set. You can always count on finding the same items at the same place in every single playthrough. How you feel about that might vary, because in KOTOR 2, the drops are random, and I know some people like...
Not entirely.
Well, I should say that a lot of the drops are random, and I know a lot of people do prefer that because it gives the chance of high-level gear early on in the game. When I was younger, I preferred it this way, just so that I could have predictable playthroughs.
Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pod.
But I know
Go.
that that can make things certainly make things stale. So, what do you think are the odds of him winning that fight?
0.
Raven, what's your take?
-7.
I think he's got a good chance. Algo's got
Becoming a
gumption.
corpse.
This is Consul Nasty on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Basila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods. But be careful. There's a Sith patrol just down the corridor. Use your stealth skill to sneak past him.
Okay. Yeah, I already know how to use stealth. So, stealth requires a stealth field generator and the stealth skill. Depending on your skill level with it, that determines how fast you can move, whether or not people hear you, XYZ. So, you want to move
Honestly, this
mostly
is why I
as slow as
dislike
possible.
stealth in 3.5.
Yeah, there is another stealth field generator that you can get later on that explicitly has a sound dampener. But yeah, it's mainly based off of your own stealth stat on how well these things are gonna work anyway.
My
you're
issue
gonna-
with stealth in 3.5 is that just because the enemy can't see you does not mean that they cannot hear you.
Yeah.
And just because they cannot hear you does not mean they cannot see you, so you have to run 2 separate checks.
Honestly, the audio thing seems to be based on how fast you're moving. Okay, so we just opened a room door to a room full of Sith. What we're gonna try to do is sneak past them and see if there's not some other options we can take. Because as a scoundrel, we are very weak.
As a scoundrel, you also kill enemies in 1 hit with stealth attack. So...
Yes, sneak attack is very strong. But also, there are other options that we can use for XP. I'm going to go ahead and show some off. Okay, compute. So, view starboard transport module. There are 5 Sith in the next room. And I have computer spikes, which allow us to do special actions with the computer. Now, how many spikes each special action takes is actually dependent on your computer use skill. So if you have somebody with a super high computer use, basically it knocks all the computer actions down to 1 spike. Or 0 sometimes. So it can really be good. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. And you don't need to worry because you always get the XP for whatever you do. So yeah, they were worth about 75 XP a piece. And taking these special actions reward their own XP as well. We've got a combat droid here. So, activate the droid. I'm not going to do anything special, I'm just going to put them in patrol mode, because some droids can just go ahead and take care of things on their own anyway. Okay. And sneak attack for the easy kill. I do recommend taking those special actions because it's free XP most of the time. Okay, an ion blaster and a prototype
You made it just
blade.
in time. There's only 1 active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Karth, I'm over here. Who are you?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left in the Endar Spire. Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on! There'll be time for questions later.
I believe Karth's rank is captain, at which point they would probably place him around, at least, at the absolute youngest, probably 40 years old. Alright, this is the last escape pod you can use in your only hope of survival. Okay, yeah, you usually get messages like that when you're hitting a type of point of no return where the game's telling you if you do this, you cannot go back for items or whatever you might have missed. There's only about 2 or 3 of those in this game, as opposed to... I remember KOTOR 2 had a number of them in quick succession.
He is a lieutenant.
Oh, he's a lieutenant in this game. And that would...
Good to see you up instead of
grade
thrashing
lieutenant.
about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod.
No.
Okay.
No.
Karth, the one on the communicator, I remember.
You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
I guess I owe you my life. Thanks.
You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Why is it so important to find Bastila?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
If Bastila's a Jedi, she can probably look after herself.
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers have mastered the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. I doubt anyone's specifically looking for us anymore. We're not that important. But if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how vital she is to the war effort. And Bastila's no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies.
Battle meditation. If Bastila's so great, how come the Sith managed to blow up the Endar Spire?
Through the Force,
Lol.
Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. And often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. But there are limits to what she can do. From what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she probably never even had a chance to use her power. I'm guessing she barely got out alive, and now she's trapped here just as we are. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
If it means getting off this planet, I guess I can help you find Bastila.
Good. We're gonna need to work together if we're gonna survive. While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
I want to ask you some questions.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What do you know about Malik and the Sith?
Well, everything I know about Malik is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malik became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malik's a ruthless...
I'll be right back.
...will crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malik and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
A Jedi? What do you mean?
Malik and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malik just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
I want to ask you something else.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What can you tell me about the planet we're on?
Taris was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers, but that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and a planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Taris is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
Let's see. I'd like to know more about you, Karth.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later.
The sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we find her.
Good idea.
Let's go.
We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Okay. We got in here. A couple more good computer spikes. Upgrade bench, where we can work on upgradable items. Which I got a prototype fiber blade, so let's go ahead and work on that. It's pretty simplistic in this game, but in the next game it gets pretty elaborate. Right. Every time you leave this apartment, you must select which party members you wish to take. First time leaving, you must take Karth.
Okay, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
There was a patrol here just yesterday. They found nothing. Why would the Sith keep bothering us?
That's how we should deal with smart-mouth aliens. Now the rest of you get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. Hey, what's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives. Attack!
I mean, he's not wrong, but how did he jump to that conclusion just by seeing people here?
Just knows I was muted for it, but how the fuck did we miss twice at that short of a range? What the
Boring
fuck?
skull. You never should have talked back to that Sith. Thankfully, you were here to step in and help us, human. This isn't the first time the Sith have come in here to cause trouble for us, but hopefully it will be the last. Won't someone come looking for this patrol? Don't worry about the bodies. I will move them so it looks like they were killed elsewhere. That should throw the Sith off the track. With any luck, they won't be bothering us again for a while. Okay, got another level up. And let's take another level in persuasion. Another level in security. And let's go ahead and dump that into computer usage. Sneak attack times 2. Okay. Blaster rifle, frag grenade, poison grenade, adrenal strength, adrenal stamina. So those stims can really help you as like little buffs before a fight. I don't particularly like to use them, but they are an option. Like, because unfortunately, there are times when you'll go boost yourself up with stims, go into a fight, take a lot of damage, and just barely win the fight, and then at the end of it, the stim wears off and you automatically die.
Oh, damn.
Well, I don't see too many of your kind around here. Most of the residents in this rundown apartment are all legal aliens. My name is Laram, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Laram. My name is Navarja. Why do you tell everybody who you are? I know it's not really any of my business,
Fucking idiot.
but you look like someone who might need to purchase one of these new energy shields. They're the latest thing, you know. Very high-tech. Energy shields are these personal items that negate, that or at least defend against blaster damage. There are certain things that it can't defend against, particularly disruptor rifles, as those are meant specifically to penetrate shields, but disruptor-type weapons tend to have less overall raw damage than a blaster does. Oh, okay then. You might be interested in knowing I have one for sale. It isn't cheap, but it could be the difference between life and death. You want to see what I have in stock? I know my kiosk isn't much to look at, but my prices are reasonable, and the merchandise is sound. You mentioned, like, let's see. You mentioned something about illegal aliens living here? By law, most aliens aren't allowed to have residence up in the upper city of Taris. They allow a few of us Twi'leks up here, but for the most part, it's humans only. But no self-respecting upper city human would want to live in the apartments in the stumps, so the landlord has been renting out several apartments to illegally to aliens. Better than letting it sit empty, I guess. Otherwise, you get squatters and people hiding out from the authorities living in abandoned apartments. But they don't pay rent. Talking about us, I guess? Aren't you worried about getting caught? Terrace authorities pretty much turned a blind eye to this place. Few illegal aliens weren't worth the bother, and once the Sith took over, they felt the same way. Besides, I don't live here myself, I just run a small business providing supplies to the residents. Let's see what he's got for sale. Medpack, computer spike, some parts. His stuff is expensive. I can't really afford this. Actually, here's what I can do, though. I'm gonna get a combat suit, which is good for my character at this point because that'll actually give me some armor. It's like Karth could use the combat suit too. But that's not what I want. And then, yeah. That's another thing. They seem to have really rendered the behinds on the female characters.
Ready.
And didn't much care to on the male characters, so... You know...
Every dude's got a flat ass.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna, like, raid every apartment before I get moving. One of the things I like to do early on is work towards building up some credits. Because a certain amount of credits can give you access, is obviously going to give you access to certain items in the game, but also be able to help out in some other ways in certain parts as well. So there should be one more apartment I can raid.
On it. Done.
Computer spikes. And I believe that was the last apartment. Yeah, okay, that's my apartment right there. Okay, so let's leave the apartment complex. Actually, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Hmm.
Okay, I've returned.
Okay.
Let's check out the city. So, looks like that's our escape pod right there. Salvage droids working on it. Busy scanning and scavenging the reins of this Republic escape pod. I mean, I guess it looks like Coruscant. Something seems to be bothering Karth.
Well,
Maybe
but-
you should speak up to him. Okay.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I'd like to know some more about you, Karth.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen one of my ship wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals could unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malik's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them.
I'm sorry, Karth. This must be very painful for you.
I'm just a soldier. I go where the fleet admirals tell me to. I follow my orders and I do my duty. It's just... doesn't seem right that doing that means I failed them. I didn't.
Them? Do you mean the people of your homeworld?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Okay. Kebla's shop.
All right, Alex, I have Karth's canonical age.
Oh, what's his age?
As of KOTOR 1, he is 38.
38. So he would have had Dusty. Okay.
'Cause
What's
he
Revan's?
was born in 3994 BBY.
Never
And
mind.
this is 3956 BBY.
3956. Okay. Let's go to the cantina.
You're asking what is Revan's?
Yeah, never mind. It's not important.
Same age.
Same age. Okay, so there's plenty of things you can find here in the cantina. There's Pazak Players, which is this game's card game. I don't really play it because I don't have the patience for card games in my video games. But there are also other activities to do.
Good old Pazak.
Alex, I don't have patience for card games in my video games. So I'm just playing Legends of Runeterra.
Yeah.
My video game is
Well,
the card
no,
game.
it's not even really a card game. It's just blackjack.
You're from the military base. You don't look like one of the Sith. It's blackjack with things that can use cards you can use to make your own score lower.
I don't wear my uniform when I'm off duty.
It's blackjack with extra steps, it sounds like.
Also, you
Yes.
have your own hand, and the enemy has their own deck as well. It's weird.
What the fuck?
Patronizing with the locals, I guess.
It's
Sounds like
less
blackjack with
weird
too
than
many
what it
extra
sounds
steps.
like.
Besides, the Sith don't own me. Being a soldier in their fleet is just a job, you know. A job with long hours and low pay, I might add.
So why do you do it?
When I signed up, I was promised adventure and excitement in exotic locales. Instead, I end up stationed at a military base on some backwater planet on the fringes of the galaxy. If I could just find some other way to earn some credits, I could give this lousy job up. Retire my uniform, so to speak.
Can I ask some questions?
Senior officers don't really like it when we start answering questions, you know? They don't want us fraternizing with the locals. Just another perk of the job. No offense, but I probably shouldn't be talking to you anymore. I'm just going to say something that might get me in trouble.
Okay. There's the band in there. I think that's another Pazak den. And here's what I'm here for.
Imagine that you're on shore leave, and they're like, you don't get to talk to anybody.
No, she's not on shore leave. She's done. She just doesn't have a shift today. She works at the military base here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll. In this corner, I give you Girl on Two Fingers. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan.
He dropped his gun.
And to nobody's great surprise,
Well.
Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Girl on Two Fingers.
How are you gonna have a name like Deadeye and then be useless in a shootout?
Probably I shouldn't worry about it.
His name's Deadeye. He's good at aiming. That doesn't mean he's good at holding the gun.
Yeah, that's
What are you
true.
looking at?
Good at
Fresh
quick,
meat? You want a
good
piece
at
of me? You want to step in the dueling
marksmanship,
chambers
not
with
good
me?
at quick draw. His name's Deadeye, not quick draw.
Who are you?
I'm Deadeye Duncan, the number 5 ranked duelist in this cantina. You must have seen me in the dueling chambers, right?
You're the number 5 ranked duelist? Out of how many?
5. But it's an elite group, okay? It's not like just anyone can step into the dueling chamber. Well, actually, anyone can, but not many do.
You know, the dueling
The
chambers?
dueling chambers. 2 people in combat, loser gets carried out unconscious on a stretcher. It's the only reason people come into this part of the cantina. Look, I'm the number 5 ranked duelist around here. I don't have time to explain all this. Go talk to the duel organizer if you're interested. He's that hut over there in the corner. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Back off. You know better than to challenge Deadeye Duncan. I will mess you up.
I don't know why, but I look at his eyes and I know this isn't really something I might say, but for some reason for a game of 2004, I think that's a representation of Steve Buscemi eyes for me.
I haven't seen you
No,
around here
no,
before.
he even has
You looking
he
to
kind
step
of has
into
a
the
Steve
duel ring?
Buscemi face.
Or did you just
Okay, I thought it wasn't just me then. I wanted to ask you some questions.
I don't have time to answer your questions. I need to stay focused for my next match. Maybe Azure can help you out. He's the hut over there in the corner. He arranges all the duels.
So if you want to see what they each fight with, you can just talk to them here, and you can see he prefers. Looks like he prefers a longsword. He prefers blaster. She prefers blaster as well, though she's carrying a heavy blaster, and he's got a double blade.
Wait, I know what you're going to say. It's great to see a woman in the duel ring strike a blow for equality. I'm a credit to my gender, blah, blah, blah. Just save it, okay? I'm just here to take care of business in the dueling ring. For some reason, every woman who comes in here thinks we should have some kind of female bond. Guess what? We don't.
Wow, that was cold.
Now you know why they call me Ice. If you're looking for a match, go talk to Azure. He's that big hut over there in the corner. Otherwise, just go away.
Hello there, Offworlder. Allow me to
Damn.
My name is Marl. I'm one of the duelists here at the canteen.
What's up, Dylan?
I was wondering when you
And
get
she's
around
just
to
like,
talking to
please leave me the fuck alone. I want to talk to none of you.
me. No.
Were you
we've never
expecting
met.
me?
It's just that most people who come here to watch the duels are bored nobles, looking for a little excitement in their drab lives. But you're different. You look like you know a thing or two about combat. I'm guessing you didn't come here to sit on the sidelines and watch a duel. Are you looking for a match?
I'm looking for a match.
If you're interested in setting up a match, or if you want to place a wager, just go speak to Azure. He's that hut over in the corner. He'll make all the arrangements.
Okay.
Goodbye, stranger.
And the actual last duelist is over here, Twitch. He's Rodian. He's a little crazy.
Lol.
Ready, aim, fire! Is your trigger finger ready? Is Itchy's mine? What the hell are you talking about? Shoot first, shoot last. Party with me. We'll have a blast. Okay. Goodbye then. Blast
More than just
away.
a little
Open
crazy.
fire. Shoot, kill, maim. I'm sorry, human. Wedding window's closed. No more fight. I don't know why I give these weird voices. Voice right now. Hey, Ms. Azure, organize all the bets here. We need a new face in the dueling game, human. Maybe you want to step into the duel ring? It'd be a highly profitable venture. I might be interested. What's in this for me? I could arrange for you to fight in the duel ring. If you win, you get standard contract, 10% of all wages. And don't worry, nobody dies in the duel ring anymore. Death matches are illegal now. Most fighters in the duel ring use vibroblades or stun sticks because the ring's pretty small. But a few of the duelists I use blasters. Use whichever you prefer.
Vibroblades and blasters, and nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
Duel ring has energy suppressor fields to make sure nobody dies. Weapons are limited so they hurt but don't kill. And we've a medic droid in case serious injuries. Are you interested? I'll do it, but I want more than 10%. You're joking, right? If I pay you more than everyone wants more. No, you get the same as the others. 10%. That's my final offer. Okay, I'll do it. Good. New plot for the ring. But you need a nickname, like Ice or Deadeye or Twitch. Good nicknames make people bet beat more. It's a good name
Well.
for you. You're an off-worlder. You're new here. People won't recognize you. I know. From now on in the duel ring, you'll be the mysterious stranger. That's a terrible name. Bah, what do you know about nicknames? I've been giving names for 20 years. Mysterious Stranger, that's your name now. Mysterious Stranger is a perfect name for you. You've got no past, no history. It makes you seem like you've got some big, dark secret. People like that. Makes them bet more.
This is for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across a crew manifest back on the Endar Spire.
You ready for a duel now? You want to step in the ring right away? I'll set you up with Deadeye Duncan to start. I'll tell you the rules if you're ready. I'm ready for a duel. Yes, you fight and the people bet and I make money. It's all good. Only one rule. Nobody dies. Your opponent goes down, you don't finish them off. Death matches are illegal now. You knew it this, so I start you off easy. You get to fight Deadeye Duncan.
Why do you have to keep mentioning
Are
that
you
they're
ready to
illegal
do the
now?
ring now? Let's do it.
Ladies and
Death matches, which are illegal, by the way.
Roll your eyes to the center ring.
Is Duncan still hurt from the last round?
Oh no.
You've seen him lose
Lol.
night
They just
after
walk
night
up to him and
after
smack
night.
him and he just
But this
drops.
time, he's after fresh meat. In this corner, I give you
He
Deadeye
gonna die.
Duncan. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the terrace dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna say no history, no past, and no future.
Jesus Christ, Duncan.
It's over. The fight
He
is
folded
over.
like wet
The
tissue
mysterious
paper.
stranger has won.
He had 8 HP.
Are any of us surprised? Deadeye losing isn't news. You have to do better than that to impress us, stranger.
Alright. 55 experience. Let's see how far away I am from another level up. A little bit.
Lol.
Let's see here.
What do you want? Oh, let me guess. You beat me in the dueling ring, and now you're gonna rub it in my face. Yeah, well, I'm used to it. So pardon me if I ignore your gloating.
Wow, you sure have a bad attitude.
Gee, I wonder why. Couldn't have anything to do with being the worst duelist on Terrace, could it? Even a rookie like you got the better of me. Look, I admit it, you're better than me. Everyone's better than me. Blindfolded one-legged tack with a rusty knife could probably beat me, okay? Is that what you wanted to hear? You satisfied yet? Are you happy now that you've taken the last shred of dignity I have?
I'll just be going now.
Oh, well, okay. Goodbye, then.
Jesus Christ, man. Calm the fuck down.
I saw your match against Duncan. Not bad for a rookie.
Wait, what
But
does
Deadeye
he
is
expect?
Even after I lost the use of my fingers, I
Like,
can
you just
still
go
beat
up to him,
Go
say,
talk to
hey, how are you
Azure, the
doing?
duel
You
organizer.
ruined my
I'm gonna
life.
step up
All
to the
hopes
big
and
leagues.
dreams are
Show
dead,
you
and
what it's
everything
like
is
to
for
fight a
naught.
real duelist.
Well, bye then. Oh. Okay. Like, what? I'm just gonna still talk to you after that?
What do you want? Wait, let me guess. Now that you're a duelist, you figure we have something in common. Something to chat about, right? Wrong. Just because we're both duelists doesn't mean we're suddenly friends. So give me some space, stranger. I've got nothing more to say to you.
Fuck.
I see you got your feet wet in the duel ring.
Fucking
Not bad.
Jesus.
You've got real talent, kid. Stick with it and you'll go places. Goodbye, stranger. Maybe we'll talk again later.
Good fight, good fight. People like you, mysterious stranger. They bet a lot when you fight. Makes me happy and rich. I always pay my debts. You won, so you get paid 10% of the purse. That was the deal. Here's your credits. Come see me when you're ready to fight again. 100 credits. Ah, mysterious stranger, I knew you'd be back. They all come back. You fought well last time. People like you, stranger. They bet lots on your last fight. There'll be more on your next fight. You get 10%, same as always. You want to step into the ring now? Are you ready to prove yourself against the best duelists on Terrace?
You handled Duncan pretty well. I think you're ready to fight Gurlon Two Fingers. Just remember, Gurlon uses blasters in the ring sometimes. Ready to step into the arena?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Alright, here's how you handle somebody with
your
blasters
eyes
in
to
this
the
thing.
center ring. We have a very
You'll see in a
special
second.
presentation in store for you. In this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career. I give you Gurlon Two Fingers.
After him, I'm gonna leave the arena because the others get real strong after him.
Oh, and it's 3 o'clock.
Okay, we'll just finish them then.
With no history, no past, and no name. The mysterious stranger.
Okay, so here's how you handle people who have blasters when you're a melee fighter. People with blasters don't fucking move. So you can just toss a grenade as an opener. And the fight's half won for you at that point. Why am I missing? I still won. Fuck it.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won!
You almost died to someone with only 2 fingers.
His injuries have finally caught up with him? Or is the mysterious stranger for real? Only time will tell.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think he really. Let's see.
What do you want? Oh, let me guess. You beat me.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything new to say until I beat Ice.
You beat me fair and square, stranger. But if I still had the use of my fingers, you wouldn't have won. Back before my injury, I would have mopped the ring up with you.
Everybody's just so like, you ain't worth shit, kid.
Good fight, good fight.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, 200 credits. All right,
It's a very interesting, like, like, that's a very interesting thing. Like, everyone's like, you ain't nothing, you ain't shit. I literally beat you in 1 hit. Yeah, well,
Okay, saving that. And that's where we're going to stop for today, as that's all the time we have for. But we will return on Wednesday to continue with Knights of the Old Republic, and we will explore more of Taurus now that we've got a little bit of credits to start out. Anywho, if you enjoyed the stream, consider giving me a follow, or, you know, if you're so inclined, consider subscribing, as it really does help me out. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, your first Twitch Prime subscription is free. I also have a YouTube channel, Folly of Alexandria, at youtube.com, where you can find most of my VODs. Yeah, so thank you all for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good one.